Day Outlook.
Right now on Weather Center Live, the lake effect snow machine still cranking. Some places in New York already reporting 37 inches of snow with another couple of days to go. Who can expect an additional foot of snow by Saturday? This is Weather Center Live. We are in the lab. Good morning. I'm meteorologist Chris Warren.
And I'm meteorologist Jennifer Delgado. It is Thursday, February the 11th. And Chris, in addition to the snow, we are also looking at the coldest air of the season. I'm telling you, you're going to need your heaviest of coats and then throw another one on top of that. That Arctic air will continue to send temperatures into the single digits.
That's right. Single digit temperatures and then the wind chills, Jen, up to 30 degrees below zero. Who's in for the worst? Next on Weather Center Live.
And we are tracking potential winter storm that could bring a dangerous mix of snow, ice, and freezing rain. And we're looking at the south as well.
This system will stretch from the Dakotas to the Carolinas and pushing into the Northeast. Coming up at 30 past the hour, storm specialist Dr. Greg Postel is going to join us with his thoughts on who gets the snow and who gets the ice and why some areas may be more likely than others.
And who is seeing actually lake effect snow? Let's break it all down for you. We want to show you some of the video from yesterday. Incredible amounts of snowfalls. We said 37 inches, Chris.
Yeah, and also show you that snow that came down. Here's a look at yesterday, Wednesday, through overnight, at least the beginning of the overnight. And as you see, it's that lake effect snow, but a lot of the snow showers also happening throughout parts of eastern PA and even throughout other parts of the Northeast away from the lakes.
Yeah, that's right. And we look at these areas, including Philadelphia as well as in Cleveland. They all got into snow, but we start off right now in Oswego. This is, of course, right off Lake Ontario. We do know the lakes are open for business in a big way. We're seeing a big dramatic drop off in the amount that's frozen. So this has been producing a tremendous amount of snow, more than 2 feet reported. Look at those big, huge flakes that are coming down.
And you know what's fun is you go outside and you try to catch the flakes that are coming down. The big ones are more fun. And don't you wish sometimes you could just slow it down?
Yeah, we do. Because you can really see the size of the flake.
Let's do that. Let's go to Philadelphia and slow it down. Slow down some of the video. Feel that, Dr. Postel?
I do. Low and slow.
Low and slow.
Yeah.
Low and slow. Here comes the snow.
The street lights.
The street
lights.
So we talk about the street lights. In the city, there's a lot of light coming from a lot of different places. But if you're out in a neighborhood and all you have is the street lights, you're looking in this zone right here for either the rain or, in this case, the snow. And that's what you're seeing here in Philly. In slow-mo. Snow in slow-mo.
I like it. I just got it.
Yeah.
You just got it?
You're going in fast-paced in Philadelphia. How about the view out of Cleveland? This is, a really great view just to see how much snow they actually got in Cleveland. You can see those flakes blowing around. They actually, in Cleveland, saw 2 inches of snow yesterday. That looks like it's a little more than 2 inches. I don't know about you.
It kind of does, but you don't know how much has fallen before it started to snow. So maybe the new snow is 2, but there might have been a couple on the ground before that. But that's a very wintry picture, isn't it?
It is a
classic in a way.
It does, like just an old school look.
Yeah,
it does. I like that. All right. Well, we do know there are a lot of people under some type of warnings, Chris.
Right. We're looking live right now where it's cold and snowy in Grand Haven, Michigan, and Oswego, New York. More than 6 million currently under some sort of snow or winter advisory in these areas. Lake effect snow is something we're going to watch for. Cold will be a big story in the coming days.
Yeah, we see those waves blowing around right off of Grand Haven, Michigan. We have a temperature right now 18 degrees and 11 degrees in Oswego. And Jim Cantori, I think he's getting ready to just come on in Come on in, Jim. Come on in. We'd like to have Jim around. You were looking at the shot there.
Yeah. Some caught your attention.
Hey.
It's been like a couple minutes.
Yeah, everybody's excited and pumped about this cold air that's coming in place. And Jim, go enjoy your coffee right now because we're going to be talking more about the coldest air of the season setting up.
Sunday morning, right? The records here on this column and the forecasts on that column. We have some forecasted record lows for Boston, 5 below, tying it in some other places. That's a pretty gnarly air mass that's coming in from the north.
Yeah, and so many places haven't seen this. As Chris said earlier, some high school kids haven't actually felt cold this long in their lifetime. That makes you feel really old, right?
Oh, I am really old. Maybe that's why. That's not actually the wrong graphic. Let me show you where the air is coming from. Because this is the right one. Look at some of these numbers. Now, when you start to look at temperatures in places that you have a hard time pronouncing, at least I do.
All the way up in Greenland, yeah.
This air mass coming down here, you know it's going to be very cold. 29 below here in some of these places, 30 below in parts of Canada. But you know what? That's not that far from average for them. That's kind of typical. But when you bring that air here, oh, that's when the headaches begin.
Right, and it's not going to be as cold. We're going to see some moderation, but these temperatures are still going to be in some of these locations more than 30 degrees below average.
You're exactly right. And just to zoom out on the picture, we've got this northwest flow in the jet stream kind of parallel to those lines. So that's where the cold air is over Hudson Bay. But I'm going to go back up there and show you where this cold air comes from, because it's going to be doing one of these tricks, right?
We got to know our history.
Oh, yeah, you got to look at where it's coming from. So this is sort of a classic case of a cold air outbreak over the northeast. And it does get to the south. We know places even in Florida won't be completely immune from the cold, but still it's going to target places from the mid-Atlantic on north.
Now, we mentioned earlier, coldest of the season. Do you think we're going to reach a turning point with this, or? I'm
going to say that we're not going to see an air mass this cold again the rest of the year, the rest of the season, and probably not till next winter.
What's today's date? Let's mark this on the calendar.
Yeah, February, 11th? So, right. I mean, this is the odds. It's not really that hard to call, because you think, okay, well, by the end of February, the air masses, the seasonality begins to take over. But look at some of these highs on Saturday, too.
31 degrees below average. That's how cold it is going to be. I mean, for Buffalo, Washington, and down towards the south.
Yeah, right. The beaches in North Carolina in the 30s for your highs on Sunday.
You go to the beach, you're supposed to be immune to this kind of stuff, right? You're hoping for it, but it's not. All right, Chris.
All right, cold air's in place. The next question, where's that snow going to be? We know the Great Lakes still open for business, so that's going to be an area that we're going to focus on, show you how much more snow is expected and when we're going to see that. We're also looking at the potential for some more dangerous travel conditions where we can see more of this, and where another full foot of snow is going to fall by Saturday. Here's a look at New York, not snowing right now.
In a world that's trying to turn you into someone new, one hair color wants to help you keep on being you. Nice and easy, we only make the most real, natural-looking color. So even in revealing sunlight, it doesn't look like hair color at all. It looks like it's 100% you. And isn't that the most beautiful part? Nice and easy. Color as real as you are.
Recently, we've noticed some ads created by these two birds inviting you to stay away from the streak-free shine of Windex. Well, dear Windex users, these ads are false. Clean glass is better than dirty glass. Don't stand for dirty. Use Windex.
Here's something new. Now you can get the Weather Channel forecast on the new LL Bean app. Just tap, shop, and discover. The new app from LL Bean, featuring forecasts from the Weather Channel. Download today.
Don't let a cracked windshield ruin your plans. Trust SafeLight. With SafeLight's exclusive On My Way text, you'll know exactly when we'll be there, giving you more time for what matters most.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You pay no fees unless your case is settled. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-571-8403.
It's amazing out there means to me everything is amazing. It could be the smallest ice crystal, the biggest storm cloud. It's just taking a second to appreciate all of it and the awe and awesomeness of it.
Currently in our area, 56 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 65. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Friday, sunny skies. High 74. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
If you're taking multiple medications, does your mouth often feel dry? A dry mouth can be a side effect of many medications, but it can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath. That's why there's Biotene. Available as an oral rinse, toothpaste, spray, or gel, Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy too. Remember, while your medication is doing you good, a dry mouth isn't. Biotene, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
Pure is big, bold, and just better. Pure is McCormick. The smallest pinch of Pure McCormick can make meals legendary. We want to help you realize the rich taste that Pure can bring, because Pure tastes better.
Hey, need fast heartburn relief? Try Cool Mint Zantac. It releases a cooling sensation in your mouth and throat. Zantac works in as little as 30 minutes. Nexium can take 24 hours. Try Cool Mint Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Lowe's presents How to Know She's the One.
You were the one for me. And it comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee.
I won't be needing that.
Now get up to 25% off select major appliances $396 or more at Lowe's.
And welcome back. We have video of snow coming out of Mexico, but not that Mexico. This is out of Mexico, New York. This morning, they've actually had a total of 37 inches of snow. Look how huge it is. The big snow amounts across parts of New York.
You can see it right there. You can see how much snow. Don't you just want to kind of go and grab it with both hands?
You just got to mess it up a little bit, right?
Make a big snowball out of this.
Too uniform and pretty right now.
Not even sure what that's on. Is that, you think maybe there's a plant inside there?
I think that's a grill. Maybe it's a grill.
Think there's a plant in there? Or you think that's a grill? But then where's the lid? If there was a lid, if there's a lid, the snow would fall straight off.
It would be more curved on the side.
We got.
You think it's a grill?
Cantori
says it's a grill.
But is it open, Jim? Or do you think
I would think they would close it.
It snowed on this whole thing.
I think it's a grill.
What do you think?
I think it's a Weber charcoal grill.
I was going to say Weber, yeah.
How high is it though? So if it's a Weber charcoal grill, I mean,
it's probably what, 3.5 feet, 4 feet.
Yeah.
Right.
So
37 inches.
You're up to about 3 feet of snow right here.
And then there's the top.
And then there's another 3 feet of snow.
On top of that.
Love it.
We like it when you make appearances.
Jim, he's on his way out.
The door.
We appreciate it, Jim.
Bye.
See you later.
Hey, close the door for us. Yeah. All right, let's look at the regional forecast. And across parts of the Northeast, there you have a little dose of Jim Cantori. We look right now out of Burlington, and temperature at 19 degrees. And then Syracuse, 11 degrees. It's so cold. Still temperatures below average, but there's nothing like what we're going to see this weekend, Chris.
Yeah, we are going to see some of the coldest air in the season. Dr. Postel thinks this is going to be the coldest of the season, period. And then it's not going to get any colder until next season.
I think that's right. I do. I'm going out on a limb. But it's not a big limb, really. I mean, it's almost the end of February by the time that rolls through.
All right, but right now, Syracuse, just hang in there. If you're waiting for more snow, it will come. Or if you want to get out and get things done before that next snow arrives now, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and on a serious note, we do know that 3 people were actually injured yesterday in a car crash, a series of car accidents that happened on Interstate 90.
That's right. Paynesville, Ohio, the accidents happened during a whiteout, and this can come up in a hurry with some of these snowbursts we've seen. It shut down Interstate 90 for several hours. The Lake County Sheriff's Office says more than 15 big rigs and several cars were involved, and officials say 17 people were taken to area hospitals, and you can see the damage there and the snow on the ground as well. So visibility can go down and things can get slick in a hurry. Let's take a look at the forecast for you. We're going to start off with a look at Cleveland, and we're looking ahead to tomorrow into Saturday. That's when we're really expecting things to pick up again. It's going to be cold enough for snow. And then here's the deal. You have the snow coming down, and then look at this, the snow blowing sideways. That means wind is going to be a factor as well until you get later into Friday, into early Saturday. When it's all said and done, you're looking at some spots that will pick up more than a foot of snow, and it's the areas coming right off of the lakes where the persistent snow sets up. And that does include Erie, Pennsylvania. And this is a look at that big dip in the jet stream. So the cold air is going to be in place. Do not have significant ice cover, barely any, honestly, ice cover over the lakes. So that means the lakes are open for business. And when you see this, you see the flow coming straight across the lakes, that's when the downwind side of the lakes end up picking up quite a bit of snow. So let's see how this is going to play out. And watch the winds, these little dots moving around here. You can see it coming off the lakes a little bit, but then there's a little bit of a change here, a little bit of a change there, the wind direction. But look at this arc right here. You can see another push of cold air coming in, and then behind that, the winds will be more persistent over the same areas for a longer period of time. That's when really things start to pick up. You see this now? You see what looks like streamers coming off of the lakes, and that's going to be Friday night into Saturday. So tomorrow we're going to watch that snow pick up, and that's going to last in Buffalo throughout most of the day, at least in and around Buffalo.
Yeah, it looks like the next couple days. Well, one of baseball's iconic stadiums is actually a playground right now. Coming up, we're going to show you some really cool video on how some of the best winter athletes take over the stadium, coming up right after the break. But right now, here is a live view of actually North Carolina. This is Norhead City. It's cold out there. We'll be right back.
Where can you satisfy your craving for a delicious 100% Alaskan cod meal? Right here at Long John Silver's. Enjoy our tasty 2-piece hand-battered Alaskan cod basket, hand-dipped in our classic batter, now for just $5.99. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
Happy anniversary dinner, darling. Can this much love be cleaned by a little bit of Dawn Ultra? Oh, yeah. One bottle has the grease cleaning power of 2 bottles of this bargain brand. A drop of Dawn and grease is gone.
Moved into this? Make it look like this. Let's check out our options. Give it some style. Perfect. Now, let's detail it. Let's put our ideas to work and step into a new favorite room. Let's do this. Buy vanities in-store and online today, starting at just $139. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
I'm Andy, and I lost 30 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Listen up, guys. Want to shed a few pounds? Got a beer belly going on? Can't fit into your pants? I got one word for you, Nutrisystem.
I'm Essex, and I lost 43 pounds on Nutrisystem.
I'm Trevor, and I lost 60 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's all-new Turbo 10. You can lose weight, too. Real guys, real results.
I'm Michael, and I lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem.
Put down the pie, pick up the phone, and get with the program today. Lose up to 10 pounds in your first month and 5 inches overall. You'll love it. Money back guaranteed.
The food was delicious.
If you're like me and you like to eat, this is what you get to do.
This is perfect for men, especially guys who don't want to cook.
So get off the couch and order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now. Get 1 week of all-new Turbo Shakes free and 1 week of NutriCrush Shakes free.
It's not that hard. You eat the food, you lose the weight.
Call 877-580-THIN and get the all-new Turbo 10 with 14 shakes free.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too. 7 days a week, AMHQ is right here and weather ready with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Jen Carfagno, and the rest of AMHQ.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
Mesothelioma victims and their loved ones may be entitled to a cash award from the $18 billion in asbestos trust funds, and you may not have to file a lawsuit to qualify. If diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer caused by exposure to asbestos, call the number on your screen now. Even if a loved one had mesothelioma or asbestos lung cancer and is passed, your family may still be entitled to a cash award. Mesothelioma is a rare cancer caused by exposure to asbestos. Many victims worked in the Navy or in shipyards, mills, carpentry, roofing, insulation, construction, or automotive industries. For over 30 years, our legal team has successfully helped thousands of victims and families. Time is limited. You may not have to file a lawsuit if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer caused by exposure to asbestos.
Call 1-800-948-6735. That's 1-800-948-6735.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 57 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 65. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 50. Winds light and variable. Friday, sunny skies, high 74. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right now, this is a look at a pretty good sunset. Pretty nice from Chuck Williams. We'll say he nailed it. This is a great shot, great composition too, with the winter trees,
The
no
barren
leaves on the trees.
leaves, yeah, the trees, and just the color in the background, the yellow, the orange, the purple, the glow. You know, it's almost kind of like the colored shirts that Postel wears sometimes. You always
Wait, what?
You always break out the rainbow.
you know what?
I like that. You're a man not afraid of color.
This is
I
the
like
color
it.
Dr. Greg Postel's wearing today, I think.
Is it?
Would you agree?
Yeah, what do you think?
It's
Or maybe
kind
that
of
color?
lavendery. What would you call it?
I don't think so.
It's between a lavender and a fuchsia.
Yeah. There's definitely lavender with the purple tie. How about we look at the southeast?
Always on topic, as usual, here between 9 and noon on Weather Center Live.
Yeah, we are.
But important diversions, they are.
Right.
Not to be confused with inversions, right?
Keep our eye.
All right, we look at the southeast, and for Charlotte, we have the live view. It's cloudy there, temperature 32 degrees, and we also have a view of Nashville. The roadways are dry, but there's a chance we could see some winter precipitation developing. High temperatures today are actually going to be a little bit warmer for areas like Nashville. We're going to see temperatures, or should say Jackson, with a high of 69 degrees. And then for New Orleans, 74, a big change from the earlier week when we had Fat Tuesday when it was so cold.
Yeah, a little bit different. Let's take a look at some of that cold that we're going to be seeing. Dr. Greg Postel is here. And Dr. Postel, we look at some of these temperatures. Your average low in Nashville is 31, well below that in the coming days.
Yeah, upper 20s, but if you notice, it was one bar. So it's not going to last long. In other words, the cold is not going to be more than a couple of days.
All right, so here's a look at tomorrow morning and 20s and 30s. And then we're going to show you Saturday. Saturday morning.
Here comes the purples.
Here comes the purple. Dr. Greg Postel's shirt is coming in.
Yeah, my shirt's coming in.
Here it is. Teens in Nashville, 23 in Knoxville. That's Saturday morning. And then here's a look at Sunday morning now. Still teens and 20s and 15 in Raleigh. It's going to be cold. Now, the question is the cold air that's going to linger around into Monday in the south, and which areas could end up potentially seeing some snow and ice in the Carolinas. But also before that happens, there's a little sneaker snow that Jen's looking at.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be looking at that potential developing off the coast. And what we have is actually a short wave that's going to be diving through at the same time, air low pressure developing off the Carolina coastline. And this is going to mean for the immediate future the chance for some snow as well as some icing that's going to be setting up. So we want to get the numbers out for you so you know how much you're going to be dealing with. We're generally looking at 1 to 3 inches. We're going to start to see that snow developing for areas including Raleigh and then spreading over towards the east of Interstate 95, you're going to see the better chance of the higher amounts of snowfall as well as the potential for some of that icing setting up. And this is going to go all the way through tomorrow evening. So how much ice are we talking? As we look at areas, especially to the east of 40 as well as in the 95, here in this corridor just to the north of Wilmington, east of Fayetteville, we're looking at potentially about a 1/4 inch of accumulation setting up. Now, we time this out for you Friday morning. The good news is it's going to be quiet out, but as we go later into the day, if you notice by late morning, 10 o'clock, we're starting to see some of that snow develop to the south, potential of some of that wintry mix, and then rain for Fayetteville. But we're certainly going to see a very sharp line dividing that wintry mix as well as the rain. This is at 1 o'clock, and then notice all this really kind of changes over to snow and then moves into areas including the southern parts of Virginia. This is at 5 o'clock tonight, or I should say tomorrow night, so your drive home on Friday could be certainly a little tricky, and with those temperatures cooling off in the overnights, we're looking at the potential for some of that icing threat setting up. While we look at Carolinas, we also have another threat for some icing as we set up for a course early next week. Well, coming up, we're going to talk more about the significant ice and snow for the south, and we're going to time it all out for you. Here is a live look at Denver. Denver is actually looking nice.
If my hands are dried and cracked, I can't do my job efficiently.
My hands are dry from washing my hands lots of times a day.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands.
O'Keefe's works.
I saw it working for my husband, and I knew I had to try it.
Learn more at o'keefescompany.com.
Don't let the cold damage your skin. Get O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry, cracked skin.
Jet.com is here. It's the biggest thing in shopping since credit cards.
And all you do is sign.
With Jet.com, you can save on pretty much anything. It's the biggest thing in shopping since shopping.
See me.
See me. Don't stare at me.
See me.
See me.
See me to know that psoriasis is just something that I have.
I'm not contagious.
See me to know that I won't stop until I find what works.
Discover Cosentyx, a different kind of medicine for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, proven to help the majority of people find clear or almost clear skin. 8 out of 10 people saw 75% skin clearance at 3 months, while the majority saw 90% clearance. Do not use if you are allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, you should be tested for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. If you have Crohn's disease, tell your doctor as symptoms can worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
See me.
See me. See me on my way.
Find clear skin and a clearer path forward. For a different kind of medicine, ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Folks, you can't make this stuff up. 4 bandits chose a Prius as their getaway car.
Bravo, Niner. In pursuit of a Toyota Prius. Over.
How hard is it to catch a Prius? Over.
This thing is actually pretty fast. Over.
Very funny.
Oh, look, a farmer's market. We should get some flowers for the car.
Toyota, let's go places.
Can't afford to let heartburn get in the way? Try Nexium 24 Hour, now the #1 selling brand for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection with the new leader in frequent heartburn. That's Nexium Level Protection.
Here in the city, parking is hard to find. Seems like everyone drives. And those who do should switch to Geico because you could save hundreds on car insurance. Oh, perfect. Valet parking. Hello.
Evening, sir.
Here's the keys. And go easy on the right, mate. Wouldn't mind some of that beef Wellington.
To see how much you could save on car insurance, go to geico.com.
Okay.
Wildlife rescue workers open up a lot of Dawn. Tough on grease, yet gentle. Dawn helps open something even bigger. Go to facebook.com, Dawn Saves Wildlife.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys. Buy 2 Rain-X Latitude water repellency wiper blades and get $10 off instantly. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
What makes me a weather geek? That's a great question.
Owning like 5 weather stations at my house, and then I name them. Who does that?
I have a weather station in the backyard so I can check the dew point, which is my favorite. I am a nerd. I'm nerdy and proud.
I'm proud to be a weather geek. Be one of the thousands of weather geeks out there at WeLoveWeather.tv.
Currently in our area, 57 degrees under partly cloudy skies. today. Partly cloudy. High 65. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 50. Winds light and variable. Friday, sunny skies. High 74. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Closed captioning brought to you by California Walnuts. What makes this the best simple dinner ever? Great tasting, heart-healthy California walnuts. So simple. Get the recipes at walnuts.org.
And Fenway Park is not sitting empty while the Red Sox make their way to Florida for spring training. Well, you can see what's happening there. Snowboarders are taking over Fenway Park. They will fly high, much higher than the Green Monster at the Big Air Fenway competition. How cool is that, Chris?
That's about as cool as it gets.
It really is. I mean, if you can do that.
I mean, well, being able to do this, I mean, being a snowboarder that can do this, the Big Air, or a skier, get this Big Air is impressive. But then the engineering feat of building this huge slide, however you want, whatever you want to describe it, in Fenway Park. I believe it's taller than the lights
ramp
there. It's nuts.
It is. I mean, especially, I wonder how long it took them to get that up. All right. Well, we do know that the ski ramp 14 stories high, and that's so cool. But we do know the temperature is going to get much cooler across parts of the east. I want to thank you for staying with us and watching Weather Center Live. I'm Jen Delgado, and of course we have with us Jessica Arnoldy as well as Chris Warren, and the doctor's in the house.
The doctor is in. Dr. Greg Postel, our storm specialist, and there's quite a bit to look at, right, guys? We have the cold and then a couple bouts of snow and ice.
The cold is the key because you need that Arctic air first, and then we're going to get that sneaky little system that moves in. And like I said before, one of the hardest things to forecast is ice, in my opinion.
I think you're right. And you're right, the cold air oftentimes more stubborn than the models like to admit.
Exactly.
Getting
That's
out
a very
of the
good
way.
point.
So, you know, we'll see what happens. Watch out on Monday.
We're still looking a few days out, too.
Yeah.
It's not for tomorrow, although there will be some spots we have to watch for some snow tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
snow
it's
and
the ice there, so we have some days of this. We're going to sort it all out for you.
Yeah, we're going to break out some of our webcams right now. And this is Thursday. We're going to go from the west as well to the Midwest and eventually make it to the east. Right now, Las Vegas, you can see the mountains, 45 degrees. Today, you're going to climb to 70 degrees. That's almost 10 degrees above average, Chris. So the areas across parts of the Midwest would love to see some extra warmth.
Yes, and it is going to be warm in some of the areas in the west, but some of the deserts and the mountains going to be a little bit cooler. Right now, this is a live look here at Grand Rapids, Michigan, where it's 19, feeling like it is 6. And we can see the smoke just kind of shooting right off the top of the stack there, showing you that there is some wind out there, helping to create that wind chill of 6.
That's a cold wind chill, 6 degrees. You know, and I have a feeling it's going to get even colder over the weekend. A lot.
I think it's more than a feeling. I think you believe it.
Yes, we know
believe
this.
it, yeah.
And for Pittsburgh, guess what it feels like there?
Right around 0. I'm going to guess with 1.
That's right. You can see the camera blowing around. The winds are going pretty good. Jessica, what are the winds right now in Pittsburgh?
Well, they figured it out. What are they?
270, 14 gusts of 20. No, the winds are out of the west at about 15 to 16 miles per hour.
Because we figured out that we are looking from north to south, essentially. And that's PNC Park, I believe, right here. And then the Steelers
They figured
play
it
over
out,
there.
and then I verified it by looking at the data.
Right.
They didn't want me to tell them until they did their snooping.
Analysis.
Actually, I got it a little wrong. I did say west-northwest, but it actually is due west. I was wrong.
And you originally said 300, right?
Yeah, and it was 270 is the wind direction. So I was off by 30 degrees.
Such a disappointment.
Oh, I know, right?
You were talking about the wind degrees.
Right, the wind direction on the compass.
Wind direction. Okay, so back to the cold. And we are talking the Northeast and some cold. It's been a while, that's fair to say. New York City, in fact, it's been 22 years since the last time low temperatures were at or below 0. Now, it's possible we'll get there. That's not the official forecast yet. We'll fine-tune it as it gets closer. But right now, we are looking at 2 for New York on
That's
Sunday
not many
morning.
degrees, is it?
That's not many degrees away from 0.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I wish I had better news, because I know there's a lot of people, they've had their winter, they've had their snow, and I know people who like it, but I think a lot of people, that's just too much.
It's cold,
That's
but
too
it's
much.
hard to do anything when it's that cold, especially when you factor in the wind. Some areas will drop down well below zero. It's the inland areas, and if you're wondering, hey, what's the deal? Why is it so cold? Oftentimes, you just have to figure out where your weather is coming from to really understand what you're getting. And in this case, we're looking at cold air coming all the way from even north of Canada around Greenland.
That's cool. Look at how the air parcels in this model version go up a little bit, and then they actually sink in altitude while going south along the way. Pretty cool.
That is very cool, isn't it? So cold air is on the way, and it's going to go all the way into Pittsburgh, where the thermometer's going to read 1 Sunday morning. So with any wind, it's going to be feeling like it is below zero. Jen?
Yeah, that's right. We want to make sure people are prepared for the big cool down that is heading our way. Well, a big player in next week's snow and ice event, we're talking about the wedge. And we're going to show you Meteorology 101 on exactly what the wedge is. We do know this is the big ridge of high pressure we get set up across parts of the northeast coastline. Here it is. And what happens is, well, you get those winds coming in that clockwise direction, and that pushes it and locks it up all across parts of the Appalachian Mountains. So that cold air is pushed to the south, and that moist air is going to be stuck to the surface. Of course, that cold air is going to be more dense. Well, as we show you more of a 3D view, you can see the mountains acts as a barrier. It blocks and it keeps it all trapped just to the east. We're talking on the leeward sides. And of course, it all depends on the type of precipitation, just how deep that cold air is actually going to be. And to talk more about that, we're going to turn it over to Dr. Greg Postel and how that's going to play into next week's forecast, the wedge.
The wedge. We got to talk about the wedge. And the wedge is going to be a factor that, as Jen was saying, that cold air that's going to be locked in near the ground in the southeast, that is going to have a hard time moving out of the way because we have a system coming in from the north that is going to bring the wintry weather with it on Saturday. We'll start to see it.
So let's jump ahead to Saturday night where the snow is going to be.
Right, there it is, Saturday night. Watch out for Des Moines, Minneapolis, I-35, places like that. On Sunday, you can sort of see its southward progress, and it's got eyes on the south, including maybe even Nashville as well, Memphis and some other places in the Mid-South, of course, Missouri, southern Illinois. And then this is what the weather maps we think will look like on Monday. There's a lot of still some uncertainty to sort out. But I want to show you on this weather map what I did here. I left on the isobars here. These are lines of equal pressure showing you that this high pressure system out here is still nosing its way that way, right? So we're still getting a cold air delivery right near the ground underneath that bad weather coming in from the northwest.
All right, why don't you go ahead and break this down a little bit more? Should we go to the chalkboard for this?
Let's go to the chalkboard and show you how what we've done here is I'm showing you this plan view with that cold air that is coming in from that direction. So let me draw here on the left side. So I'll say that this is the northeast direction, right? So the cold air is going to be going like that, headed basically in that direction toward the southwest. Not very deep. I would say that this air mass is probably only about maybe 1,000 feet thick. That's the cold air below 32 degrees. But the problem is that we're going to have some relatively mild air that's going to be trying to come up and over that, and that sets you up for perhaps some rain coming down aloft and then turning into ice as it meets that cold air, which is why in this area, right out in here, we have the wintry mix. This is not really a good setup. I mean, it's actually a pretty dangerous setup in terms of icing.
And this includes potentially some big cities. Atlanta's in that at this point.
Yeah, it is. And it's that cold air that is going to be oozing that way, like about that represents this air mass going in that direction.
Are we still thinking just generally Monday? Is it too early to pin down the exact time? More likely earlier than later, later than earlier?
I would say earlier rather than later, because as we get later on in the day, I think this cold air is going to lose the battle, and the warm air, even at the ground, will begin to take over and melt everything. I hope that's the case anyway.
All right, Dr. Postel, we appreciate it, Jen.
Yep.
Yeah, we hope so. You know, an area that would like to see some snow or some rain, of course, that includes southern parts of California. Coming up, we'll see how this year's El Nino compares to the 5 strongest El Ninos on record. And the answer, it just might surprise you.
Currently in our area, 59 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 65. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 50. Winds light and variable. Friday, sunny skies, high 74. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Are you tired of hazardous glass made so clear by Windex that you don't even know it's there?
Smudge it!
With the new Smudge Stick, even clear glass gets visibly smudged in a snap.
Get it now and say no to spotless clear Windex glass.
Lowe's presents How to Find the Perfect Match.
Wow, they're so perfect together.
It's like they were made for each other.
They were. By the experts at HGTV?
Right.
Now get $5 off select interior paint and primer in one via rebate at Lowe's.
Your brain is an amazing thing, but as you get older, it naturally begins to change, causing a lack of sharpness or even trouble with recall. Thankfully, the breakthrough in Prevagen helps your brain and actually improves memory. The secret is an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. In clinical trials, Prevagen has been shown to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, the name to remember.
Really? Do I even need life insurance?
Well, final expenses can be very expensive. Without insurance, the financial burden of credit card debt and funeral costs may fall to your loved ones.
Makes sense. But can I afford this kind of coverage?
MetLife's rates are affordable, and you can choose the amount of coverage that fits your needs and budget.
I've been turned down for insurance before. How's this any different?
MetLife Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance is different. In fact, you cannot be turned down for health reasons.
I'd like to get life insurance. How do I even start?
It's easy. You can apply in a single phone call with no medical questions or exams.
Will my rates go up as I get older?
Absolutely not. This coverage lasts for life. Your rates are guaranteed to never increase for the life of the policy, and your coverage will never decrease.
Guaranteed? Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Yes, guaranteed. If you're age 50 to 75, MetLife Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance offers affordable coverage designed to help with final expenses such as medical bills, credit card debt, and funeral costs. Coverage amounts range from $2,000 to $25,000. Rates start at less than $10 per month, and there are a variety of convenient payment options.
And it's from MetLife.
MetLife? From MetLife?
That's right. Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance from MetLife.
In that case, I'm going to contact MetLife.
MetLife makes it easy to get coverage that's affordable and reliable. Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance can help you get the protection your family needs and the peace of mind you deserve.
Call 1-800-783-8155 to learn more about Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance. That's 1-800-783-8155. 1-800-783-8155.
1 year ago, Alex and Christina Berry were lying in this bed, wide awake, worrying about their bills. Bills that were like monsters under the bed, for grown-ups. But then Alex and Christina had the courage to face their fears head-on. They refinanced their mortgage and began saving $284 every month. Goodbye, scary monsters. Hello, sweet dreams. A Quicken Loans refinance can help your financial life get a whole lot sweeter. That extra $284 a month helped to put Alex and Christina's minds at ease. Learn how refinancing your mortgage can give you the peace of mind you need when life gets expensive. Here's a fact that can help put your mind at ease. For 6 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call Quicken Loans today or visit us at quickenloans.com. Buy in. Quicken Loans. Home buy, refi, power.
At Angie's List, we now guarantee that our members get a fair price on services purchased at angieslist.com. And we're so confident you'll love the service you receive, we also offer a service quality guarantee. Get the protections of Angie's List. Join today.
Well, it's still warm and dry in the west right now, and the pattern doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon.
And for some local perspective, let's go to KNBC meteorologist Crystal Ego. Crystal, you look back at other strong El Niños, there's a big difference right now, isn't there?
Yes, big difference. There's still time, but I'm hoping this just means the rain's coming later with this El Nino season. We know no El Nino is the same. No El Nino year varies dramatically, but we are looking at one of the top 3 El Ninos this time around, and when you compare it to 97, 98, 82, 83, look at where we stand. This is the LA Basin. So usually you'd see that spike in February. As you know, we've had no rain so far in February, so we have not seen a spike unless things change dramatically by the very end of this month. And then March and April, that's when you get a lot of rain. The numbers continue to climb. You get closer to 150, 200% of the average rainfall. That's what we were hoping for starting back in January. We're doing better. We've fared better to the north. Some of those basins around the northern Sierra, over 50%. We're at 61% of the average so far to date. But that spike, you guys, that's what we really need heading to late winter and spring to at least make up some of this deficit.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, we know we need the snow for when you move into the dry season for the drinking water. Now, you know, one thing that came out that was kind of surprising today is that actually the drought monitor is actually showing some type of improvement despite what you said, no rain.
That's right, and I think a lot of that has to do with the stream flows in the reservoirs and what they're seeing reflected in possibly a little bit of the snow melt, so that has shown some improvement. We still stand at 103% of average, which is good, but this is down from 114% last week, and there's that drought improvement. 1 week ago, we were at 64% extreme drought. We've shaved off a few percentage points, but what I really want to see is us hold on to the snowpack. What happens is the depth shrinks. It becomes more compact. You don't have as much powdery snow. But what's important is that the water content stays roughly the same, you guys, during this warm spell, this dry spell that we can't seem to shake with such a stubborn ridge. That's why this El Nino is so different. This ridge is not allowing anything to get in. It's really been the story of the last few years, this dominant, resilient ridge here. By next week, there is a change. By the middle of next week, that's really all I can give our viewers. Is there's some hope, and it's going to get a lot cooler. But you guys, we have to wait until about Wednesday or Thursday. Look at this. We've been breaking records all week long. Back to 90 on Monday in Los Angeles. By the way, the LA Marathon is on Sunday. They've had to move the time up. I know. Last year they had to do this too because it was just as hot last year. So it just seems like August and February is the new norm.
So, Crystal, visitors to Southern California need to pack extra lotion. Is it that kind of dry?
Chapstick, absolutely. We've been getting the humidifiers out because the air is so dry. We've had a continued offshore flow just zapping all the moisture. So, yeah, I'm ready for a change, that's for sure.
All right, forecast, now major changes on the way for the Southwest, but let's take a look right now at what we're seeing. We're seeing temperature readings anywhere from the 60s in Los Angeles to the 40s in Las Vegas and Redding in Northern California.
Yeah, it's been so hot in Los Angeles. They've been going to the beach and really just...
You say it like that's like a burden.
I know.
Oh, I mean, poor. Oh,
poor LA right now. 84 degrees for the afternoon high. But look how much higher that is above average, 16 degrees. One thing also this week, and as we go into Saturday, big waves right along the coastline of California. Surfer's delight.
All right, coming up next, we're going to take a look at life on the road, including one notoriously dangerous road in the wintertime.
Yeah, we ride along with a long-distance trucker and find out how he handles some of the worst driving conditions on the infamous Donner's Pass.
Where can you satisfy your craving for a delicious 100% Alaskan cod meal? Right here at Long John Silver's. Enjoy our tasty 2-piece hand-battered Alaskan cod basket, hand-dipped in our classic batter, now for just $5.99. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
We know you have a morning routine. We have one too. 7 days a week, AMHQ is right here and weather ready.
Let me get you ready for the day weather-wise.
We've got a lot going on this morning.
Definitely see what kind of pattern we've had.
So start your morning routine with Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Jan Carfagna, and the rest of AMHQ.
It is a team here at the Weather Channel, and an awesome team at that.
Let's get right to what you want, and that is the weather.
AMHQ, every morning starting at 5 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 59 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 65. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 50. Winds light and variable. Friday, sunny skies, high 74. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tire she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to EverGrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
It takes a lot of work to run this business. I'm on the move all day long. And sometimes, I just don't eat the way I should. So I drink Boost to get the nutrition that I'm missing.
Boost Complete Nutritional Drink has 26 essential vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D to support strong bones, and 10 grams of protein to help maintain muscle, all with a great taste.
I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon.
Stay strong, stay active with Boost. Now try new Boost Compact and 100 calories.
Discover Card. Hey, I heard you guys can help me with fraud protection.
Sure, we help with fraud protection.
If there are unauthorized purchases on your Discover Card,
You're never held responsible.
you are saying frog protection.
Fraud.
Frog.
Fraud.
I think we're on the same page.
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Fraud protection. Get it at discover.com.
Quiet! Mom has a headache!
Had a headache, but now I don't. Excedrin is fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin, now available in gel tabs.
Moved into this? Make it look like this. Let's check out our options. Give it some style. Perfect. Now, let's detail it. Let's put our ideas to work and step into a new favorite room. Let's do this. Buy vanities in-store and online today, starting at just $139. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Xfinity On Demand is the best place to see hit TV shows. Catch up on past seasons of some of the hottest series.
We're gonna be 26-year-old bosses.
And brand new episodes of TV's biggest shows are available the day after they air, so you won't ever miss a moment.
Are you ready for this?
I don't know there's a choice.
I'm not black. I'm OG. Choose a side.
Xfinity On Demand, your home for everything entertainment.
Sandals. More quality inclusions than any other resorts on the planet. Book now and save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Here we go.
It's our biggest seasons ever. Starting with new episodes of Prospectors at 9 and Highway Through Hell at 10.
Bam!
Sundays on the Weather Channel.
All right, this is Weather Center Live, and we know it's a tough job, but someone has to do it. A long-distance trucker's job gets even more complicated during the winter months.
Our own Dave Malkoff took a ride on a big rig to travel one of the most dangerous interstates in the country. And here's what he discovered.
It is long before sunrise at California's Port of Oakland. Each day, more than 11,000 trucks are ready to cross the same treacherous stretch of highway we're heading right into. This is I-80 East to Nevada.
All right, this is our ride. I'm Dave.
Dana.
Hey, how
nice
are
to meet you.
Dana Nelson has invited us along for the ride.
What are you hauling today?
I think I've got speaker boxes.
Speaker boxes?
Speaker boxes.
Awesome.
The drive is long, so you need the music, but it's also dangerous. We're headed over the famed Donner Pass.
It's one of the most dangerous passes in the U.S.
It really is.
It is. Still, fatalities every year. The weather changes dramatically in a matter of minutes.
That's because it's here where I-80 climbs to 7,200 feet, making it one of the snowiest places in the United States. On average, more than 30 feet fall each year, and it was double that snowfall in the years 1880, 1890, 1938, and 1952, when more than 60 feet of snow fell at the top of this hill, even when it's sunny in California when Dana left the port.
I've been known to throw chains in shorts. The snowpack on the side have been up to 8 to 10 feet.
We ran into some rain, and often that's more dangerous than the snow.
It's going to put a layer of ice on top of the snowpack that is there. Now it's going to slide down, like the camera.
Drivers in the cars on the pass are often distracted by scenery, the blowing snow, their phones, unaware of the hard work these drivers put in every day.
We had a guy get stuck up here for 3 days once.
This time, Dana got lucky.
I leave before the kids wake up, and I'm usually home to help with dinner.
So from sunshine on the California coast, through those huge snow piles, all the way here to sunshine again on the banks of the Truckee River, we did it all in less than 6 hours. In Sparks, Nevada, Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.
Excellent piece as always, Dave. Now let's have a look at the chance for some snow across parts of the Carolinas tomorrow. Look at this. 1 to 3 inches, including maybe Raleigh and other places from there all the way to the coast, right? So, you know, maybe this is first coming to your attention. Keep an eye to the weather forecast because they will change a little bit, probably, but there could be some wintry weather coming in the next 24 hours there. Let's talk about where it's coming from. This is so cool. It's up here. It's what's happening up in the Dakotas now that's going to find itself all the way there by tomorrow. Check out the snowfall forecast from one of the high-res models. Look at this guy. Look at that snow track. There it goes. Isn't that cool? I love that. I can just play that animation all day. Just goes to show you that you can track storms all the way across the country, carrying their 1 to 3 inches along the way.
You know what? I'm going to take some photos out of St. Louis for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love it.
I will. Maybe I'll give you some video too. How about we look at the Midwest? And
Let's
you
look at the
said
Midwest.
You wanted to talk about this. We got to geek out over this.
Right. Okay. So let's go to let's forecast this out, right? Because that's right now.
Through the afternoon. Let's go for the highs.
The interesting part of this weather map to me comes in just a smidge later as you go for today's highs. Look out over here. Just draw your attention out there. And you remember when we sometimes are taught early on that a south wind is a warm wind and a north wind is a cold wind? Well, look at the south wind, 33 in Lincoln, but look at the north wind, 51 in North Platte. What's up with that? Well, I'll tell you what, this is recycled air coming around a very cold high pressure system. So yeah, the wind is south in Lincoln, but it was recently north, right? It's coming all the way around there. So it's just recycled cold air. This is actually a Pacific high pressure system descending down the higher terrain from the plains.
And that's why we have to know the history.
That's right. You need to know the air parcel history. Exactly.
That's right. All right, well, coming up, we're going to talk more about the timing and the impacts of ice threatening south.
And even more air parcel history for you.
Currently in our area, 60 degrees under partly cloudy skies. today, partly cloudy, high 65. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, low 50. Winds light and variable.